Welcome, Sagittarius. I have a couple pre-shuffled oracle cards for you to kind of get the theme of what the reading's going to be. It may or may not resonate with you. Please use your intuition. Don't force the message to fit. You never need to push yourself into an energy that is not yours. And with that, let me just give you the cards we came out with. Now, the first card that came out, I had the Will-o'-the-wisp, treasures hidden in the shadow, and it's definitely a sense of something that just seems out of reach, unlocated. That's not even a word. Unlocated. There's something in a place, but it's not a place that you seem to know yet, is the energy that comes through that. The second card that came through was the obstacle card, the wall. And it's very, in the card you can see it's sort of like where are things? It just is very mysterious. Now, I asked for kind of a guidance, what can help, what would be able to benefit you in, locating what it is that you need to locate, whether this is a document I'm hearing, or a service, or a piece of information, or something that, is something spiritually within yourself, or something that maybe in the shadow that you're trying to locate in there, and how to get past this sort of obstacle, this wall that's making it unfindable. These are not even words. Unfindable, again, another non-word. The card that came out to help you with that is benefactor, grace, and generosity. And with this, what I'm getting right now is that you can't punch your way through to get to this. Taking the anger and the frustration is actually going to build to this obstacle and increase this wall that's between you and what you're seeking. But grace and generosity, if you approach it in a more, in hearing, just laugh a little bit. Even just, when you're trying to find something, if you just laugh for a moment, sometimes you actually remember where you put something. It's something along that. So for some of you, it is just to go ahead, relax, take it lightheartedly, and know it's there. That's an important thing that Spirit wanted me to say, is know that it is there, and that you'll find it when you find it. But getting yourself all frustrated and not being able to locate it at this moment is not going to help you. The other thing is also, with this card, what I'm hearing is that, go ahead and allow others to maybe join the search party, is what I just heard, was, the search party. Maybe don't look for this just on your own. So you may need to go ahead and bring some positive people into, this search for whatever it is for you, that is for you to decide. I always tell people, trust your intuition more than anything you hear me say. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit. Don't worry. If it's not your reading, that's okay. There's plenty of other readings. And let's see, Four of Wands. And immediately what I was being told is this does go with the benefit factor card, the grace and generosity. And it's a 3. It's kind of like that 3 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, where you're in a group environment. But you're definitely going to, whatever this search is for, I'm really getting a sense that you're meant to find it within a community of people. And the idea of having that self-sufficient, independent, do-it-yourself, no matter how hard it is. And I'm hearing you don't have to struggle on your own. There's people who will be happy to do this with you. And I don't know what this situation is for you, but with this Four of Wands coming out, it's really telling and reinforcing that community aspect. And you may even, if you let yourself just go out and have some fun with some friends, get together with some people and have an enjoyable night, that relaxation and that step away from this sort of heavy difficult search for something, stepping out of that for a while to just go experience some enjoyment. When you return from that, you may have just kind of like, okay, I think I actually know. It's going to set you up in a better position to find what it is you're looking for. What else, Spirit, can we have here? We do have the Hermit card coming out. So this, clarify on the Hermit, because I feel like they're the Revealer and Strength and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's a little bit, for those of you who are doing the internal and the shadow work, it's very important, you know, when you're seeking that wisdom that's behind the veil and the Revealer here, in thinking I'm sorry for the pause, sometimes this deck throws me off the way that the cards are different. This is the Transient Light Tarot, if anyone's interested. I'll try to put that in the comments. It's a gorgeous non-binary deck that I love using, and it brings out so many different aspects of what these cards can mean. But this idea of Hermit, of like, even in this picture, if you look at it, the Hermit it's a, well, probably a wasp, but I'm seeing a bee here. And you don't survive alone when you're a hive animal and it's going to the flame. And so hermit mode isn't necessarily the healthiest thing to do. So this is kind of like, okay, hermit mode to try and seek all this like wisdom and truth. And you're just gonna, like I said earlier, have this strength and go, 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 go. And the Wheel of Fortune card is coming out to be like, this is a way of doing things that if you change that, then you're really going to change the results that you're getting, is what I'm being told on that. There is something in the Two of Coins. What is that? For some reason, the Two of Coins is coming across as, I'm going to show you this closely, where it's sort of like there's this strangulation between the two, and one is getting smaller. So it's time to untie that and start connecting with the other part. It's a very different interpretation of that card. I don't know why Spirit gave it to me that way. What else do we need to know? Nine of Coins again. We are getting way too many confirmation cards. The idea of this independent thing. Okay, Spirit, we've got that. I'm one for getting like tons of confirmation cards. Can we move on from that and see, you know, this benefactor, this generosity? What is it that can be utilized right now for Sagittarius? Okay, what can they? I'm actually thinking, what resources do they have that they're unaware of? And we have the Two of Wands. Let me get a couple. I feel like there's a couple of resources available. You have I can keep pulling and pulling and pulling at the bottom. Champion of Swords. Yeah, there's, with the Two of Wands, the Fool, the Ace of Vessels, which is the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Wands. It's just, one of the things is to be able to go out and, how do you want me to say that, Spirit? You know, in the Two of Pentacles, we were like, take off the string and stop the strangulation, and look at where you can like let that thread of energy. You've got the whole world is a resource. It's there. I mean, if you just open yourself up to it. There's a hair on the table. I'm sorry. There's a couple of them. If you just open yourself up to that Fool energy and allow what will come. And then the Ace of Cups, it's just the information will come in from people who love you. It'll be in a very friendly way. And with the Eight of Wands, there's a lot of information that so many people around you have, And they can help you so much with this. Do you need to know anything else? The Keeper of Coins, and just off the imagery of this is, oh, it's at the bottom, the Nurturer, which is the equivalent of the Empress. There may be a part inside of you that's like, well, I kind of just want to keep this under lock and key. And there may be a fear like, well, I have to find it myself because if other people find out about it, they may not approve or something. But you also have the Empress. What you have that's hidden somewhere that you can't find, the reason why you're being asked to do this not alone is because there is an underneath fear that once this comes out, perhaps people won't approve of it, and the opposite is actually the truth. This is not only something that people will approve of, but there's people who can help you to get to there, and we'll put the Nurturer there. Yeah, they're going to be very supportive of you. A Proclaimer. This is, it's just a part of a truth of who you are. And, you know, it is the key to your future. On the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I mean, your identity is going to be completely embraced when this is found and comes out. Okay. I feel like, is there anything, any last words? Spirit, for this reading. Again, there it is again, the Nine of Vessels, the Nine of Cups. This is you really having your happiness and having it all, and you being your true self and being proud of who you are. Right now, you're going from this, like, it's hidden and locked away so much because of a fear that it won't be something people accept about you. But the people who are going to help you unlock this and find this about you, this part of you, so that you can embrace it and step into that aspect of yourself, it's actually going to put you in a place of, you know, sometimes like the Nine of Cups can be an ego card. And ego isn't necessarily always a bad thing. We need a certain amount of ego in the material physical world that we live in. And in that also comes the pride of self, and not an overly bearing, but we need to have enough love and care and compassion for ourselves and feel that we not only just accept ourselves, but ourselves are acceptable to others. That's the end result. I mean, it is absolutely that piece that seems hidden somewhere. It's not to be kept under lock and key and hidden away, all right? It is meant to come out, and it is meant for you to share that part of you and step into that part of yourself and share that part of yourself with a community that is going to be absolutely loving and welcoming of you. I just feel like I always like to put a little bit of a disclaimer. It's like, use your intuition, because yeah, maybe there have been a lot of people in your life who have taught you that this part of you wouldn't be acceptable. That's probably not the crowd of people you want to be hanging with when you do this, finding that part of yourself, because this is a grace and generosity card. These are the people who support and love you for exactly who you are, as you were, and as you will be. So this is not to tell you to, you know, if you have people who are very judgmental or critical of you, they're not the ones that should be on this journey with you to help you find this peace and bring it forth. But to ensure that there are people around you, like I said, love you as you are, as you were, and as you will be. And for some reason, I've never had said that before, as you were, as you are, as you were, and as you will be. But that's a very important piece. And I think if you kind of like, when you're wondering if a person is the person who would accept the peace, that question of, is this someone that I know who loves me as I am, loves me as I was, and will love me as I am, as you were, as you are, as you were, as you are, as you were, and as you will be. If they pass that test of those 3 questions and you feel an answer is yes, then those are the people. And that's the community you want to keep closest to you, especially on this journey. But it is a beautiful piece of yourself that you are finding and discovering. And yeah, I saw Champion of Swords at the bottom, but I'm like champion. Like, you know, you want to find the people who champion your truth. That's an important aspect. I don't know if we need any more cards. I kind of feel like a closing card. I'm going to go over here to the Wild Unknown and just see if there is the Stone, the Lover, and Gnosis. What is the Stone? I try to keep these short, but for some reason I'm not getting anything out of the... I'm being told to read from the book on this. So if you want to stick around for a little bit, we're just going to read the Stone. I think you got the gist of the message, but I feel like there's some other information that needs to come through in this card from reading it. So let's pull the book out and we'll do a quick read. Page 199 is the page it's on. As an archetype, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. And I think this references back to that, like people who love you as you are, as you were, and as you will be. That sort of permanence. They're, you know, your stone. You know, the stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceivable to us. As it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains ancient and eternal presence. And the stone is best used to anchor our wild side. No matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humbly and easily unnoticed, unnoticed. The power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. Yeah, it's just a calm point, but yeah, there's something concrete. You find the concrete, stable, you know, that those people who are your rock and your steadiness, and share this with them. I don't really know, because generally when I read from the book, Spirit's like, you're not going to get the message right, so just read them. So so take what I read as it comes. The stone, I'm just going to hold it up for you to look at in case there's a visual in there. And it really does. I mean, we were talking about not being able to find this piece. I mean, look at this, how beautiful this is. All of this wonderful color inside of this circle, in the box that we've been put in, inside of another thing that we've been put in, you know, it's in this gray and this darkness. It's just like, it's been almost like those nesting dolls, and it's just society expectation, and it's taking those things off to find it. But to do that, you have to, you know, surround yourself with people who aren't putting those expectations that are not genuine for you. What am I saying, Spirit? Anything else? Probably could have stopped this reading a few minutes ago. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Sorry to just kind of like linger off at the end there, but hopefully that helps you out in your journey. I wish you the best and take care.